"The Empire cannot win" has been a line regularly used in the marketing for Andor Season 2, indicating the desperation that permeates the entire show. The conclusion of what is still going to be the frontrunner for the best Star Wars TV show only goes further with its depiction of the brutality of the Empire, showing how people on both sides are beginning to crack and irrevocably changing the subtext of Star Wars. I was impressed with Andor Season 1, and Season 2 largely lives up to expectations. So, I'll get the bad parts out of the way. There are occasionally illogical and irritating character decisions, including one death that left a sour taste in my mouth that disrupts some storylines. They are mostly minor flaws, though, since it is often at least possible to justify them. But the big one to discuss is this season's time jumps. Given how pressed for time the writers are, I really noticed when something was dragging on, and I'm still deliberating on whether this show needed a third season. It has to imply a lot that happens in the year that passes between every 3-episode arc, and I would have liked to see some of these events further clarified. Ultimately, though, Andor achieves what it set out to do in covering a broader timeline, organically showing how the rebellion and the characters evolve, even if it's still missing out on a few valuable things. Andor is still deeply invested in how rebellions happen, on both an individual and a collective level, maintaining its complexity with the turns Cassian's arc takes after Season 1's seemingly definitive ending. Cassian is still a multidimensional person who faces fresh horrors and is figuring out his place in this movement. Diego Luna portrays a seamless duality that demonstrates how Cassian is a ruthlessly good insurrectionist, alongside all that inner turmoil. Andor's cast is brilliant overall, making the moments of doubt, heartache, and sacrifice work. A catalog of individual character moments grants us insight into personal codes and beliefs that form amid this war, which amount to a kaleidoscopic view of the rebellion and its various avenues to victory. Yet, despite all their missions of galaxy-wide consequence, there is a humanity to these characters, with the small moments of happiness that puncture the dark tone. The rebellion is shown to have many moving pieces. Tensions of class and experience play into the plans of both the Empire and the rebellion. However, the localized storylines are all unfolding against the backdrop of the Gorman Massacre, which is undoubtedly the prison arc of Season 2. It is another harrowing illustration of the nature of imperialism and fascism. Andor Season 2 certainly does change Rogue One, and how the two projects fit together is extraordinary. Thus, Andor finishes its work in doubling down on what Rogue One started, pushing Star Wars beyond its old boundaries for a potency and relevance that none of its other properties have ever achieved.